all the ways you connect with people, whether you're texting, showing up on time to a call, all these things are contributing to how you're connecting with them. Trust isn't necessarily built in meetings. Trust is built between meetings. So I might say, I have 2 young children, so I might say, oh, our family is such a high value for me. But then at 2:30 every afternoon, when it says on my calendar, oh, take a half-hour break and go pick up the kids, I blow it off because someone wants to talk to me. Well, then I'm saying family is a high value for me, but I'm not necessarily doing it. Or another value I have is community. Well, if community is a high value for me, then is the way I use my time supporting that? I'm here. Right? It's at 6 o'clock on a Wednesday evening. Because community is such a high value for me, I'm going to match the way I use my time to my value. And I'm going to use my time by sharing my knowledge support with my community. So that's the second thing. The third thing I want to share with you as a tip is connection. So I'm giving you some easy words to remember: commitment, character, connection. The name of our company is Conductive, so maybe you'll remember all the C's. And the connection has to do with, how do I build rapport, with my network, with my job market, whatever it is. How do I build rapport at a time when we don't have the senses that we share when we're in the room with somebody? So I want to break those into three ideas with you, which is, first, building rapport is how you're showing up, right? So executive presence. I'm going to give you a camera tip here, because that's how people are experiencing you. A camera tip is how you show up on the screen. And this is a technical thing, but if you divide my screen into 9 boxes, the first line in the middle of the screen, so right here, the first line is where my eyes have to be, right? And so, because that's where I am the most present, I'm the most actively received. And what I see a lot, and I have worked with all my clients to work on this, what I see a lot is sometimes like the head's down here, or too far, or off to the side, or the camera's over there. This is really important. It's like the value of looking somebody in the eyes, right? And so we build trust through eye contact. We build trust through energy and that presence. So that's my first connection tip, is how you're showing up on the screen. The second tip is be real. Look, there was a time for many years that every client, every executive who walked into my office would say, well, I check my personal life at the door. Well, the door is now right here, and my personal life is right on the other side of this door here. And there is no separating your personal and professional life as much as there used to be. This is actually a good thing. In hindsight, you'll see why this is so powerful for humanity, and it's so powerful for the professional world. But be real. What that means is you have to maintain a consistency online, which is, if people look at your different social sites, because if I have a meeting with you, I'm going to go snoop around because I want to fill in the gaps of what I'm not getting by not being in person with you. So I might go fill in those gaps with the impressions that you make online. So be consistent, be real. It's harder for us to detect authenticity in the two-dimensional world. So it's important that every way you show up is presenting that authenticity. And the third thing, when it comes to building trust, remember that trust isn't necessarily built in meetings. Trust is built between meetings. So what I mean by that, if you think of when we're in the office, and I haven't been in the office for a long time, when you think of time in the office, it's when you're going to a meeting, or when you're finishing up a meeting, you're walking to lunch, and trust is built in those times. So to remember that all the ways you connect with people, whether you're texting, showing up on time to a call, all these things are contributing to how you're connecting with them. The other thing I want you to think about is contribution. How are you helping other people? I had a client this morning say, well, I don't know what to do on LinkedIn. I never know what to say, and I just don't want to go on there and just, pretend everything's great. And I said, then just go on there and contribute. And what that means is go congratulate people, like other people's stuff, share other people's stuff, build trust in that way, in by constantly giving to other people. And so with that, one wish is for all of us to zoom out for a second and fast forward and look back and say, what will I wish I had done differently when I had the chance to do that? And you know, you have the choice. You have so many more choices now than you think. So do something that you will later say, regardless of the circumstances, I'm so happy that I took the time to do that.